Libra, Stella here, and I'm here to do your end of January, beginning of February reading. And this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. As always, all of my readings are done with the intention to provide you with the messages you most need. And I always clear my energy before I do your readings. And for you guys, I'm getting a really interesting image. It's like, it's kind of gruesome, but I'm getting the scales, right? Okay, you guys are the scales of justice, right? Balance between what's right and wrong. You're very concerned with what's fair and what's just. I'm getting, do you guys remember Game of Thrones? I loved that series years and years ago. Do you remember the very first episode? And this is bad. And Ned Stark is he's showing his sons. I can't remember. I think it was Rob. He's showing his son, the ropes basically, and they catch basically a traitor. And the guy has to put his head on the chopping block, and then Ned takes his sword and just and chops off his head. That's what I'm getting. I'm not hearing like, off with your head, like, no. But I'm getting this image of like this sword, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm getting like the phrase like sword of justice. Okay, so the point is, like, I'm seeing you guys finally let go of something, finally like symbolically kill, or symbolically like something, a traitor, right? Something that's been working against you for a long time, and you're finally letting it go. You're finally like doing away with it, calling it out for what it is. And although it's not pleasant, although it's not like an enjoyable task, it's something that needs to be done for the greater good. Okay. I don't know why I had to get such like a gruesome imagery to give you that message, but let me know how it applies for you. I'd be very interested in finding out. Okay, let's get into it here. Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, Son of Swords, Son of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Oh, I'm going to do a challenge too. Let's do that. Ooh, got some strength. What's your challenge? Internal, external. Ooh, internal, external. Ooh, okay. Something doesn't seem fair, Libra. So first of all, on your mind, we've got the Son of Swords. Son of Swords would be the Knight of Swords in the traditional tarot. This is someone who is a air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone who is this you? Is this your self-concept? This is you with this sword, right? This is on your mind, and you're looking back towards your past. Let me get a clarity on this. Clarity on this Son of Swords for Libra, please. Okay, Five of Cups, one more. Ooh. Eight of Wands. Yeah, something you've been fighting against for a long time, and you're having to take a loss, but, okay, because see here, the Eight of Wands. Wands represent motivations, values, beliefs, and 8 is a number of, well, in this particular card, it's very defensive, right? So it's like confusion, beliefs, values, coming at you. They're all coming at you. It's like being attacked and having to defend. And then we've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about loss. It's about emotional loss, having to leave something behind. But the thing is, what you lose, you still have, there's a silver lining in it. So you've been fighting for something for a long time, Libra, and you're having to let it go. The good thing is that there is a silver lining in it, and whatever you're letting go just slightly outweighs, right? This is the scales too, right? It's like if it's a value system, there's 3 cups that are spilled and there's 2 that are not. Okay? So what you are losing slightly outvalues what you have left, right? But you do still have something left. So it's like once you've had more, it's hard to go back and appreciate less, right? But what you can be appreciative of is the fact that you still have some, okay? This will be different for everybody, but it's something you've been fighting for a long time. It's something you believe in. And there was a lot of confusion, a lot of like butting heads on ideas, a lot of having to defend yourself. And finally, it's time to let it go. And it's ended with a loss. Perhaps it's a loss of a friendship or a job or something like that. I mean, you're going to be fine, but you're mourning it right now, okay? And then the Son of Swords, this could be you. So this is clarity on the Son of Swords. Son of Swords is like razor sharp. So yeah, this is you like being decisive. This is what's on your mind, your conscious mind. So you're like, I'm going in for the kill. Like, I'm letting this thing go once and for all. I'm not going to, I'm just going to, because the thing is about you guys, once you can do the hard work, right? Like you can tell someone, you can tell hard truths. Yes, you like everyone to be happy. You like everything to be fair. But if you truly think that, something is right and it's the right thing to do, you're okay with like telling harsh truths or with saying something to somebody that's going to hurt them or upset them because it's ultimately the right thing to do. And that's what I see going on here. So this is heavily on your mind. You're like finally cutting something out of your life for good. And yes, it's painful, but it's for the better. And you're finally like fed up enough that you're doing it. Okay. Going to be different for everyone, like I said, but Son of Pentacles is in your recent past. So this is about financial. This is about working hard for like a goal, working for somebody else, doing like an apprenticeship under somebody else. Can I have a clarity on the Son of Pentacles for Libra, please? Ooh, Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. You were doing like an apprenticeship for somebody because you see it's a young buck, right? It's a young energy. Pentacles are always about money, material possessions, wealth, the work that you do. And then we have this fact that he's the sun would be the knight in the traditional tarot. Knights are what? They're soldiers, right? They take orders, they do work, they do the job for the king. And because this is like a young energy, I'm getting that you could have been like working for like a tradesperson and you were apprenticing with them. And you were getting money and you were growing, but you've come to the point where you've outgrown it. And then this Ten of Swords is like losing a battle that was never fair to begin with, right? It's like if you're one person and you're up against these 10 swords. These swords, by the way, are communication. So they are words, they are the, nasty thoughts of others. They could be gossip or they could just be like people just, kind of like spitting like venom, like mean words at you. This person did not do this to themselves, right? It's like this was done to them. So this is a fight that was never fair to begin with, and it's in the reverse. So you're letting it go. If it was upright, I would say you're like, oh, like you just got dealt, a blow that you can't recover from. It's not that. It's already happened. Like you've realized that this was never going to be, the Son of Pentacles was good for you for a time, right? This apprenticeship that you had, this situation where you were getting money was good for a little while, but it was never going to be fair. Perhaps like the scenario that's coming up for me is like maybe you work for like a tradesperson and like you live in a small community and maybe their company is all family owned, right? And so it's like yeah, like they gave you an opportunity to grow in the industry and to learn, right? And they paid you well, and it was a good learning opportunity, but you were never going to be able to be the owner, right? Or the CEO or the boss. It was just never going to, it was never in the cards. It was never fair for you. It was never a fair like fight because they're going to give it to their family, right? Because it's a family owned thing. So it's like it was never a fair competition to begin with. And you've realized that, and but you're having to leave it, and you're sad about it. You had to cut it out, and you're sad about it. So currently, right now, you're feeling the emotions of that. Like, of course, you're upset. Maybe this means you're having to sever some friendships. I'm really getting that it's like money for most of you. I don't think it's a relationship. If it is a relationship, it's something that did have to do with your money, but I'm really getting like the job thing for a lot of you. 8 of Cups in reverse, yeah. So you were resisting walking away for a long time. Maybe you felt like some cups. Maybe you felt some emotional attachment or some like, what's the word I'm looking for? Responsibility to stay. But once you realized that it wasn't fair, and it was never going to be fair for you, you had to walk away. And so now you're just kind of grieving that. What's challenging you is the Strength card. So this is inner strength. So it's twofold. You are finding it difficult to find inner strength at this moment right now. Number 2, universe is asking you, this is your medicine, right? Universe is asking you to find that inner strength. Don't look at your outside circumstances. Look towards the inside and look at what you were able to overcome and focus on what you do still have because it's significant, right? In your near future, we have the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. This is about balance. This is about formulating a new plan. It's about new values, new beliefs, and just starting to sort of open your eyes to what could be a possibility for you. There's also a lot of reflection in this because it is new, It's like you're just starting to think about where you could go from here. And then on your subconscious mind, you're actually feeling really defeated and really sad by this whole thing. We've got the 6 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords is about like a battle that wasn't worth it, or a battle that that's funny that we got this card, yeah. A battle that wasn't worth it, or because you see the swords have like all been thrown down, but there's like a silver lining in it, and it's in the reverse. It's like you're subconsciously, consciously you have to cut this out. Subconsciously you're having a hard time seeing the silver lining in it. You're having a hard time understanding that it is for the greater good. Which again, it's like logically you can know that, but tell your emotions otherwise, right? It's like, so you're dealing with that sort of backlash. Ace of Wands came out. So some new inspiration will come out of this like darkness or this situation. You will get a new idea, a new vision for your future. Ooh, yeah, and the 2 of Wands. So pretty soon here, this is in your subconscious too. It came up in this like row. So right now, subconsciously, you can't see like any silver lining in it, right? It's like just a battle happened, you feel like you've lost. You really haven't lost because you do still have a lot you're walking away with, but you feel like you've lost. And this rainbow, which usually offers like a ray of hope, is in the reverse. So you can't see how this is going to benefit you. Like logically, you keep telling yourself, I have to do this. This is for the greater good. It's going to be better in the future if I just do this. But you are really sad about it. Your inner, strength is wavering. And you keep telling yourself. So you're literally just like surviving on fumes right now on the fact that you keep telling yourself, but in your heart you're going like, you're taking it as a hard hit. Beautiful thing is that Ace of Wands and Two of Wands come out next to this, what's on your subconscious mind. Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. Wands are fire. Wands are motivation. Wands are values that we have. Aces are always like God-given, divinely gifted, like something new. It's the beginning of something. So out of all this despair, out of the subconscious comes this brand new idea that gives you this motivating fire. And then that turns into the Two of Wands, which is about making a choice. So you go, wow, like the first step is you have this idea where you go, wow, like that could be possible for me. And then you get to the two where you get to decide, okay, do I go back to my reality that's painful and hurtful, or do I live in, hope land or imaginary land for a little while and step out in faith towards what I want, right? Because until something manifests, at least for a little while, we have to trust that we have to trust in it without being able to see it, right? Without being able to experience it. You have to just be able to visualize and think it and trust it. But this ace turns into the two, which then in your near future turns into the four, which is about like you've taken the steps, like now you've taken some action steps towards this new idea that you have that bubbles out of your subconscious. And now you're taking a step back and reflecting and going, oh, okay, like I can see the path starting to formulate. And that's kind of where you end in, the last 2 weeks of January and the first 2 weeks of February. The thing about this Ace of Wands too, this spark of like inspiration, it comes from the subconscious. So it comes when you least expect it. This is like something that, like a spark of inspiration that comes when you're in the shower or you're doing the dishes. You're doing something very mundane. Your mind is occupied, and all of a sudden some inspiration that has a lot of emotion, a lot of like fire, right? Red, yellow, orange are all, it's the base chakra, the sacral chakra, and willpower. So it's like all of these really like spark of emotions comes through with this idea when you least expect it. Okay, so when that happens, don't pass it by this month. Write it down. Go get a pen, write that exact moment and write it down, or record yourself on your phone. Do something, draw it out, whatever you want to do, but do something to capture that inspiration, because it's what's going to get you out of this like funk, moving forward. Okay, and then internal influence, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. This is a very, like, obviously dark card. This is like utter confusion. These are like beliefs, values. You don't know whether to turn left, turn right. You don't know what's up or what's down. Everything's dark, everything's black. You cannot see in front of you. You can't see where you're going. You take 2 steps forward, you can't see where you've been. This is just like utter confusion, mental confusion when it comes to movement forward. It's in the reverse. You will be coming out of this. This is your internal influence. Okay, so let me pull a guidance on this. You have enough faith, Libra, that this is for, I think it comes down to like, you're doing this, you're initiating this because you know it's for the greater good. So regardless of what you feel and the fact that you're going to go through some like upset and lack of strength, you know that it's for the greater good, and so you're okay with doing it. And then I just got the Fool. You guys saw it literally fell out of the deck as I was shuffling. This is your internal influence, which is the like utter confusion in reverse. Okay, so being able to see, feeling the confusion, feeling the sadness, not knowing what to do, but then being able to see through it. And the clarity for that is the Fool. Okay, the Fool is the Fool not because he's stupid or ignorant, but because he is starting out on a new journey. He's taking a leap of faith. And whenever we start something new, we don't know how it's going to turn out, right? We can hope, we can dream, we can have a goal or an outcome in mind, but we don't actually know what each step along the way is going to, how it's going to unfold. Okay, so yeah, it's just about having faith and knowing that, have faith, continue to move forward, and know that that inspiration, that way out, that like spark is going to show itself to you when you least expect it this month. Okay? And then your external influence, we have Justice reversed. Justice is all about fairness, right? Black and white, the sword of truth. This is kind of like the image I was seeing in the beginning. It's like sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do because they're for the greater good, or because they uphold justice, they uphold, law and order. And it's in the reverse. So it's like you're feeling like none of it's fair. You're feeling like you perhaps, even though you know that it's what's right, you don't feel like it's fair. You don't feel like you should have to be going through this right now. Can I pull a guidance for this justice, please, for Queen of Cups? Yeah. So the way through that, Libra, is going to be this Queen of Cups. It's going to be like letting your emotions flow. Okay, this Queen of Cups has a innate emotional intelligence. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, in your life, female, who, if you go talk to them, go drink some wine. Okay, go have a girls' night and go drink some wine with your Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio friend. Okay, and they're gonna help you to understand how, even though it doesn't seem fair what's happening to you right now, it is for the greater good, and it is setting you up for something better. Just if you start to get stuck in that, like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why did this have to happen? It looked like I had a good thing. I thought it was going to last for a long time. Whatever it is, whatever feelings you're having, go lean on this water sign person, because they're going to help you out. And if it's not a friend or family member or person in your life, then it's asking you to call upon your own emotional intelligence. The Queen of Cups is extremely emotionally mature. She is the ocean, right? So it's like she is water, right? So water moves with the tides. She has big feelings, right? She has tsunamis at times, but it doesn't disturb her. It's all part of, she lets it flow, she lets it happen, and she knows that there's a purpose for it all. And she doesn't become unsettled or unglued because of any of it. She just lets it roll through her and, learns from it and becomes wiser and stronger every time. It's just part of the cycle. It's just part of how it is, okay? And that's what your water sign friend can help, lend you some of that wisdom this month, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull your animal totem, Libra. What is the animal totem for Libra for the end of January, beginning of February? Whoop, there it is. Peacock. I'll hold this up while I am, see if I can even do this. It's an air sign. Peacock. Okay, you see that sign, image? Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Assimilator of anything. Assimilating what doesn't seem fair. Assimilating unpleasant necessities, right? The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward infinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and of others. When in balance, confident, kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditate on the center or navel. Really beautiful, Libra. The thing is, this is all self-made, right? It's like you're the one that took this action. You're the one that knows that this circumstance wasn't in your best interest. And it's like you did it to yourself, right? Because you are so balanced. You want the best outcome for everyone, even if it means you have to go through difficulties, or vice versa. something's going to be unpleasant for someone, but you know it's ultimately the best thing, you're okay with doing it, okay? And that's your superpower. So, like everything else, know that you're going to get through it, and you're going to maintain that beauty and that balance and that aura of just like, stability and balance that is so beautiful about you through, the beginning of this year. And also realize, Libra, this is the beginning of a brand new year. 222, 2022. It's a year of assimilation. It's a year of connection making. It's a year of manifestation. Okay, so all of this, all of the old energy, all of anything that doesn't serve you has to go so that the new stuff can come in. Okay, so that's all that this is. It's a little bit of old energy making its way out so that you can start this new energy, this new journey in faith, and get to where you want to go during the rest of this year. Okay, I am going to pull one more card. It's the Esther and Jerry Hicks. It's a law of attraction based oracle card. It's the overall guidance for Libra. It says, since every request is granted, I feel no competition. Each point of view matters. Every request is granted. There is no end to the universal resources that fulfill these requests, and there is no end to the answers to the never-ending stream of questions. And for that reason, there is no competition. Okay? There is no competition. There is no, was this right? Was this wrong? It just simply, what you're leaving or what you feel like you're losing, it wasn't meant for you. It was never a competition. It was never destined for you. Okay, so just let it go and know that what is destined for you is waiting for you on the other side of this hurt, on the other side of this pain, when you embrace this full energy. Okay? Beautiful, Libra. I love you guys. If you have questions, comments, feedback, please put them down below. I would love to hear from you. If you are interested in doing a personal reading to delve into this or another scenario in your life, I will link my website down below. You can check that out and purchase one there. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. I will also link that down below. And I love you guys. I will see you in February.